Please. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sebastian Poetszch, and I'm the CEO of Prisma-analytics. First of all, I would want to thank you, the community, for being part of this fantastic journey so far. But I would also want to thank our developers, our team from Prisma-analytics, as well as our colleagues from Krypto Data for their strong partnership, their collaboration, and their professionalism they've been showing during this journey, during this development of the Edain project. As you may already know, we are fast approaching to the public launch of Edain, 29th of March. And therefore, I want to announce today the next steps regarding the direction of our development to you. So what did we achieve so far? We built the Edain project, which consists of 4 layers. We have the data collection and processing layer, we have the storage and labeling layer, we have the interpretation and display of data layer, as well as the data authentication and validation layer. After we finished those 4 layers and the Edain system by itself was working, we had a very, very hard decision to make. And that decision was actually which blockchain are we basing it on. Therefore, we started to analyze various blockchains, such as Ethereum, such as Polygon, Cosmo, or even Solana. What did we analyze them from? Well, that's very simple. We actually were looking for a blockchain that combines a variety of needs. We have a need for security. We have a need for interoperability. We have a need for validation times. We have a need for a lot of validations. We have a need for low cost per transaction. We have a need for adaptability. And we have a need for developer support, integration, maintenance, as well as blockchain utility. So, well, unfortunately, we didn't find the perfect match until we got introduced to Xden. Xden is a blockchain built by Krypto Data. So, the Xden blockchain by Krypto Data is actually a decentralized infrastructure that offers us a huge potential for our project. And I will tell you or explain you why in the next slides. So Xden actually brings us a smart distributed resource network covering computing power infrastructure, storage capacity infrastructure. It facilitates app development and data connectivity, and it is able to connect our information via decentralized databases. Why do we need that? Well, our Edain system has approximately 65,000 data sources. And while it processes those 65,000 data sources, it reads about 130,000 news articles every single day. So that kind of gives you a glance about how much data is being processed, how much performance it actually needs. So this performance is not easy to transfer on a blockchain. However, we made it, and I'm proud to announce that we will use the Xden blockchain for this task. The C+8 technology that processes any kind of data, as you know, will enable us to produce one application after the other in order to be able to analyze the 8 core elements of our system. Meaning again, we have a big need for scalability, processing power, and the storage of decentralized databases, which we actually found in Xden. From our news articles, we extract about 22,000 entities, which sums up to an entity file, simple log file, of about 50 gigabytes every month. If you convert this to money in terms of cost, we actually gather so much data that we have a system that in the end needs about $100,000 cost just to be able to process the whole data that's on there, right? And that number is unfortunately rising very quickly. So in order to cover that cost, we will obviously have users and we will charge per search. However, it's also our need and aim to reduce that cost. So using Xden, we will be able to not only reduce the cost per search, but also the fees for processing and validation of the single blockchain transactions. So through the analysis of all of those elements like costs, needs, and so on, we, together with Pattern Pool Group and our colleagues from Krypto Data, finally came to the conclusion to implement Edain on the 29th on Xden. And due to that fact, and due to the help of Krypto Data and our development team, we can actually make you one very nice present for the first month after our launch. So we will come out with Decision Point S&P 500 application, as well as a special designed crypto application from Decision Point. So you can not only analyze stocks, but also cryptos with these applications. And the present is you as a community, as a Edain community, will actually have the opportunity to use both of those apps for 1 month for free. For the future, we decided to develop a decentralized Xden blockchain application that will allow users to even integrate data and their own sources so that the C+8 technology evolves towards the modern Library of Alexandria. But how would that look like? How does the next generation library look like? And I hope my computer gets started now. What I will show you now is our new Q-Search application that actually combines all advantages from Xden as well as from Edain into our C+8 system. So in order to be able to have a look into our DFO network of information, we will offer our clients, and of course you, this Q-Search application. So once you start the application, you have this search panel here that actually gives you all 8 C+8 categories. And if you put, for example, Bill Gates here in as person, and you press the search button, then it immediately opens a 3-dimensional knowledge network consisting of the search. You can play around with it, you can hover through it, and it actually gives you, for the first time, an insight into our DFO structure, where you can see how the different DFOs are interconnected to each other. So I give you an example. If you click here, if you click on the DFO, it gives you the main information here. And then you can also have a look at the sources that actually lie behind that information in terms of the articles that will be displayed. In the future, you will also have multiple functionalities regarding sorting and filtering. So you can, for example, sort by topic, or you can also sort by the C+8 functionalities. So be ready for the knowledge revolution, and the access to the tree of knowledge will be available via Q-Search in the summer of this year. Thank you very much. As the next speaker, I want to announce my good friend, long-term co-worker, and the brain behind the C+8 technology, our inventor, Dr. Hardy Schloer.
Good afternoon. Thank you. My presentation will be very short. And before I started, I just want to say one thing. That vehicle down here that is in front of you, to put that engineering task together, chapeau to Ovidio Toma, unbelievable. I have a long history in interacting with automotive projects. I can tell you to put that vehicle down here is an amazing job, especially with the technology that it is connected to and that it will represent. So what I'm talking about is the knowledge vault. And the knowledge vault is nothing other than a huge depository of information. And that by itself is not so exciting to talk about. Sebastian mentioned some numbers in how much information is in the knowledge vault. In the future, please never pay attention to these numbers, because these numbers are going up so rapidly every day, every week, every month, that the numbers are meaningless. We will have billions of sources. We will have hundreds of exabytes of information. And a lot of it, thanks to blockchain, will be in stream and will be used in stream. And what do I mean with this? Since we have an automotive example here, let's stick with automotive. What do we actually mean with information that is being used in a qualitative and quantitative way? Every one of you probably knows the systems that we have all in a car that help us to guide through cities. Well, the most successful became Waze. Why? Overnight, Waze was a huge success because Waze actually allows bidirectional information. Waze actually allows that we are understanding there's a policeman, there is rain, there is an obstacle in the road. Waze allows to report that back, and it's immediately integrated for all the others to use that information. You use it every day. What we here proposing is nothing else but creating a global Waze for absolutely every industry, for absolutely every occasion, application, and run it on blockchain. So the important element here is that what a user can do, a car can do, a refrigerator can do, any device can do. Obviously, we all know that the internet now begins to connect every aspect of life, every technological element through the internet. So for example, when you drive along in the car and you turn on your windshield wipers, there's no reason why your car couldn't report that to the blockchain. And when in a particular area, suddenly hundreds of people start to turn on the windshield wiper, we can safely assume there is rain in the area. And that doesn't even have to go back all the way to the knowledge vault. That can be used as in-stream information quantitatively and qualitatively to immediately be served back. Of course, we retain a copy in the knowledge vault so that we have history, but that's basically how it works. It's a very, very, very simple process. So in the future, there will be millions of applications that we are connecting through this blockchain process with the knowledge world. What the knowledge world connects and collects is absolutely everything that is digitally reachable. I have spoken about that many times before. And in essence, because it is such a brilliant project that is put together here by this whole community, we are now hosting the knowledge vault inside the United Nations Foundation for the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So we can only hope that in the future, everyone is going to be using these tools to make it a more sustainable and functional world, that high-tech is not only giving us things that we can use to shoot at each other, but actually things to make life safe, clean, and beautiful for all of us. Thank you very much.